post-assessment. I'm not going to bother you anymore about this post-assessment because tomorrow is the due date. We don't have meeting tomorrow. I will be here to help you with any technical issues on School City. If you get 75% or more, my proposal is I will give you 100%, not in one, but in all the tests of this quarter. All the tests of this quarter, you will have 100%. Okay, this is my proposal. If you agree, if you accept this this offer, and it's not hard because you have 25 questions, multiple choices, and you have all the time you need to work on it. Take your time, be careful, find the right answers, and just input your answers in School City when you are confident, right? And when you're sure you get the best answers. If you don't get the 75%, it's not a problem. Let's say you got 74%. This is approaching grade level. I will still give you some extra credit. Let's say it's going to be more than 80%. I give you extra credit, it's a bit more than 80%, and you still have the other tests to complete. If you didn't take, you can still take April 13 test, and we also going to have a test on May 21st is the due date. Okay, and I will drop the lowest grade, and you will still have the chance to finish the fourth quarter with an excellent grade. But the best option is to get rid, to have this 75%, and then you don't need to be worried about testing anymore. Okay. Yesterday we worked on solving exponential equations, and we have a quick review. And yesterday I was very hungry. That's the reason you have this this giant burger here on the screen. I was thinking about eating something, and I found this cartoon. Anyways, tell me if you can help, because we worked on this example yesterday. 5 exponent to x equals 125. And remember, we need to change this equation to make both sides having to have on both sides a common base, the same base. If we have on the left hand side 5, we will try to make the right hand side the same base, 5 as well. And we know that 125 is 5 times 5 times 5, which is equals to 5 cubed, right? This is equals 5 cubed. And now that's excellent, because now we can compare the exponents. We can say 2x equals 3, 2x equals 3, and then find the answer for x, the solution for x. Something is missing. I need your help. The number that completes the solution is missing. I need you to send me a message and tell me what is this number. A hint, I think it's going to be a fraction. So I will invite a couple of students. So I got a message from Diana with 1.5. Let's work on this this step here. 2x equals 3, right? 2x equals 3. We can divide both sides of the equation by 2. So divide by 2. And we simplify. So on this side we have x. On the other side we have 3 over 2. So the answer is going to be 3 over 2, or we can divide. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. That's right, this is another possible answer. The same thing. So the answer can be 3 over 2 or 1.5. That's right, excellent, very good, Diana. This is the right answer. 1.5 is a correct answer. I'm kind of happy because Diana knows how to solve it. And but I didn't get any message from Christian. Let me write down here. Maybe I invite tomorrow again, Christian. No problem. Moving on, I promise today we will talk about money, and that's what we have here. If you ever thought about working in a bank, for example, or working in the financial industry, or maybe even being an investor, or even if you never thought about it, one day you're going to need to manage your finances, manage your money, right? And this is one of the formulas, one of the most important formulas in banking is the compound interest. You're going to use this kind of formula if you have an investment to calculate the amount of money you make on the investment. You will use this formula for calculating mortgage, calculating the amount of money that you will owe to the bank, or even loan, if you get a loan to buy a car. This is the formula the bank uses to calculate the interests the money will pay. The money can pay interest to you if you have an investment, or the money will pay interest to the bank if you have a loan, a mortgage. Okay? And that is a very important formula. If you understand how to solve problems using this formula, I think you can easily find a job on a bank, on the financial industry, right? As long as you understand, you know how to apply this formula. Okay, Raymond, welcome, no problem. Let me show what means each letter, each variable in this formula, okay? Letter A is the amount, the total amount. The total amount of money that you're going to get if you have an investment is the amount you invest plus the interest, or the total amount of money you own to the bank in a mortgage or a loan. Okay? T is the time over the time you have to pay the mortgage or the loan, or the time you get investment returning interest to you. The time is in years. P is the principal. The principal is the money you first having in your account if you have an investment, or the money you get as a loan to buy a house, to buy a car. 1 plus. R is the annual rate or yearly rate. N is the number of times the rate, the interest rate is compounded over the year, and the exponent is N again, times T again is the time in years. That's it. This is the formula. And now I will show how to apply, how to solve an example using this formula, okay? Check this out. We have an example. Suppose $5,000 is invested. So this is the money the investor have in his account on the first day, and that is called principal. The principal is 5,000. Is earning 6.5% interest. So this is the yearly rate. The rate is 6.5% a year, and we have to get rid of the percentage. We will divide 6.5 by 100. 6.5 divided by 100, right? And the rate is 0.065. The next thing we have to know is the time. The time is 10 years. And we also need to know N. For this problem, N will change depending on the amount of times that money is compounded, the interest rate is compounded. For option A, n equals 1. It's annually, once a year, so for option A, n equals 1. Now let's plug in the numbers into the formula, okay? Because we have A, the formula is A, time is 10, principal is 5,000, and 1 plus the rate, 0.065. The n is 1 for this, n is 1 for this case, 1 times 10. That's it. You just need to type this expression into your calculator, you're going to find the right answer. For letter B, check this. Letter B, the money, the interest is compounded quarterly. So let's write down here, letter B. If the interest is compounded quarterly, n equals 4. The interest is compounded 4 times each year. N equals 4. So now let's find the formula for if n equals 4. Well, A, 10 is the same thing. Time is 10. The interest, the principal is the same, 5,000. Okay. The rate is the same, 0.065. N is 4. And the exponent is 4 times 10. Okay? Now type this into your calculator and you're going to find the right answer. Tell me, what do you think? Do you understand it? It's hard? It's very complicated? Or it's kind of, yes, it's a bit hard, but I can understand. Or you can say, no, it's kind of easy. Or no, this is a piece of cake, very easy. Send me a feedback. Tell me what do you think. Now the right answer. Okay, so and first let's understand. Let's write down the what we have here, what you understood so far. On the first day, you will get 1 cent, right? So let's write this down here. The day 1, you get 1 cent, right? 1 cent. And 1 cent we can represent as 2 exponent 0. Okay? We know that each day we're going to double. So day 2. On day 2 we have 2 cents. Just 2 cents. For this we can represent as 2 exponent 1. On day 3 we're going to get 4 cents. We're going to double every day, and this is 2 exponent 2. And this will go on and on like this. We can write down a rule, see? For each day, you're going to multiply by 2, you're going to add 1 to the exponent. So day, let's say day D. For day D, we will have a few cents, we don't know yet, but we can calculate because we can apply 2 exponent D minus 1, right? For day D, we can calculate 2 exponent D minus 1 is the total amount of money you have. For day 31, how much money will you have on day 31? We don't know yet, but we can calculate, because for day 31 is 2 exponent D is 31 minus 1. Agree? Do you all agree? On day 31, this is the amount of coins, amount of cents we have. So bring the calculator and 2 exponents. 31 minus 1. Close it. This is the amount of cents. You're going to have over 1 billion cents. That's a lot of coins. That's a huge amount of coins. If we want to find the dollars, how many dollars we will have, divide this by 100. For each 100 cents we got $1. And this is the amount of dollars. $10,737,418.24. So this is impressive, right? This is really impressive. The amount of money you're gonna get by receiving 1 cent on the first day and then doubling every day is, the total is 10,737,418.24. This is the right answer. That's a huge amount of money. And this shows the power of exponents. If you think about it, there's no job that will do this for real. But this is how people get rich. They find a business, they find some kind of investments that brings return according to an exponential function. They understand the concept of exponential function, exponential equations, and they apply this to a business. And this is how, for example, you can have an Amazon, let's say, that started as a small business, selling books and getting a few bucks, a few cents in profit for each book, and then now is a huge corporation, a huge company that is worth billions, right? That's how it works. Not, of course, not a job, but a business, an investment. You can find that explains how people get really rich by understanding and applying exponential equations and exponential functions to finance. Okay, now I think we can move on. Thank you. Before, let me. Now moving on, we have the quiz. Today is all about this formula. You just need to apply this formula on all the questions. Just one question, they have a different formula, but it's this one here. But all the other questions, they have the same formula. You need to find the numbers to plug in into the formula and find the answer. Let me show an example. For letter A, we find the time is 5 years, so time is 5 years. The principal is 10,000, so this is principal, this is time. And the N, the amount of time is compounded, the interest is compounded, is 12. Times t, t is so you will apply the same formula on all the questions. For letter E, there's something missing. This is annually Now n will change depending on the number of times the interest is compounded. If it's annually, n is equals to 1. If it's quarterly, n equals 4. If it's monthly, n equals 12. And if it's daily, n equals 365. Okay? And the formula here is A of 10 equals 8,000 times 1 plus the rate 4.5%, 0.045 over n. And then we have time n times t. Okay? And the last one. Now time is changing. So time equals 5, time equals 10, time equals 20, time equals 30, and time equals 50. You just have to change for each letter the time, but you can find the formula, apply the formula, the time is changing, but the principle is the same. 5,000, 1 plus, oops, 1 plus 0.065 over 1, because it's annually, compounded annually, n equals 1 times time. Okay?